I don't know if you ever saw HDR, but the difference is huge for the many games that support it. The balance between the colors will be way more realistic. Black is really black now. You see the side-by-side comparisons on the EW3270U BenQ monitor that they kindly sent to me for review. So let's dive deeper into the features of this 32-inch 4K monitor, and I thought to make it a little more exciting, let's do some Olympian gifts opening as well while talking about the specs. I saved up a ton of orichalcum and my patience is running out. I need the freaking HADES lieutenant, so let's see if we can get him in this video as well. A like would of course be super appreciated, and let's go. It's really cool to explore Elysium with HDR on and see this world with more balanced colors. It's already beautiful like normally, but with HDR it really comes even more to life. A great example is this yacht next to the portal that takes you of course to Elysium. It's overly orange without HDR, but when you turn it on, you actually see the other colors way more. Like, it's light, but it's not orange. It's like more realistic light. And of course, my camera doesn't do it justice, but you do see the difference, right? But I know you're like, okay, but how does Sargon look in HDR? Well, you see it right here, still ugly, but of course, we're here for the Olympian gift, so let's just immediately open it. Come on, come on. Okay, an epic hunter charging speed. Okay, bad, not good. What we can actually do is, one of the features is a smart focus. Let me see, going down here to this. So we can highlight the Olympian gift a little bit more. Let's see how that will shake out, shall we? Let's do large. Let's do large. Like, oh, yeah, you have to press OK, otherwise it doesn't work. So now we have a highlighted Olympian gift, I think. Let's see how that looks. Ooh, ooh! It is highlighted. I do like it actually, but it's not the one we want. It's Odyssey. Still cool. But yeah, I will open some more Olympian gifts later on in the video. Now this feature is more for if you're using this as a PC monitor and are for example reading something, so you want to have a specific focus area, so you are not distracted by other things on the screen. Yes, only really for a specific group of people I feel, but it's always nice to have features like that. You can just turn it off of course. So I use this BenQ monitor mostly for my console, but also for my PC, but as a second monitor. And you can easily switch between them. Like the controls, they need a little bit to get used to, but doesn't take that long. And then you can use it as a PC monitor or your second monitor in my case. There are two HDMI ports, one display port and one USB-C port that you can switch between. And now that we are using it as my monitor, we got way more picture modes to choose from as well. So like a dedicated HDR mode, but also the low blue light mode to help eye fatigue and irritations. And that's nice because making these videos takes a lot of time, doing research, writing scripts, editing the video. I of course got to play the games as well, so I'm looking at a screen a lot. So small things like this really help. And it goes even further with this display. There are also different options that you can choose from by using one of the buttons under the screen. You can choose between multimedia, web surfing, office and also reading. So it really depends on what you're doing while looking at the screen. So it's really nice to see that BenQ focuses on these low blue light options, because I don't see that very often with other screens that I use. So I use this low blue light option when I'm not playing PC games, but when I am, then I use the game mode. And that of course optimizes the screen for playing games. And overall, the screen also has AMD FreeSync, so it makes sure that you have low latency and especially no tear or stutters when gaming. This BenQ monitor also has the so-called brightness intelligence plus technology, or the BI plus in short. This also protects your eyesight, and it also, just like with the HDR, makes the screen look more clean and the colors like really how you want them to be. And on the screen you will find an easy shortcut that lets you easily switch between HDR, so turn it on and off, but also for this BI plus feature future. So that means that for me, because I'm outputting everything that I do to 1080p, because I'm of course recording my videos in 1080p, so I use devices that don't support 4K yet. So on a normal TV or monitor, this means that I cannot use the HDR option, but since there is this shortcut on this screen, I can still turn the HDR and the BI Plus on while even playing on 1080p. So for me, it's really a perfect combination of a monitor and a TV, so I can play games on it, still have them look great, and also easily use it as a monitor for work as well. I also feel that 32 inch is really the maximum size for a monitor, but it's something that you want when playing games, especially console games, because smaller screens easily take away from the sort of cinematic experience that most of these games have on the PlayStation 4, and you really don't have that when playing on this monitor. It just feels like you're playing on a TV, and again, thanks to the HDR, it still looks great. And this is great for me when streaming as well, because I would normally do that on a way smaller monitor, but now I still have an awesome TV sort of screen to look at with HDR turned on as well. So yes, I'm really happy that BenQ sent me this monitor, of course. It is good to know though that you cannot change the height, so it is good for me, but that is something to keep in mind. Also good to note is that there are speakers inside the monitor, so you don't have to use a headphone. I mostly use it, but you don't have to. You can check out the monitor by following the link in the description. Thanks again to BenQ for sending it to me and sponsoring the video as well. And now let's get to Sargon once more to see if we can finally get the HADES Lieutenant with HDR on this monitor. Maybe not with the focus, we will see. Subscribe of course for everything Odyssey. A like on the video would be super appreciated. And now let's get to him. Yes, we're still rocking that smart focus because it worked the last time. We got a Lieutenant. Normally we get like ship things, like ship figurehead or design. So let's open another one with this highlight. I mean, this has to be an epic, right? Okay, we don't see what the name of the daggers are, but you gotta get what I mean. Let's open another one. Like I said, I saved a ton of orichalcum for this. No, a hat. By the way, okay, I'm going to remove the smart focus. Let's see. Now, what I was trying to say is that this was a hat that was also like in Origins, but now it's a epic hat. Eagle helmet. It was first like the gladiator helmet. Okay, let's open another Olympian gift, shall we? Doo-doo-doo. Ah! Oh, now I don't use the the focus, and then I get a ship design, so I likely should have kept it on, but pretty good. I will continue in my regular Odyssey videos, but there's really not a lot left, like in the store. I showed you it, of course, already in a previous video, I think recently, depending on when this goes live. But yeah, he's still there. Like, I only can get 4. He's like 1 out of 5. That's the chance that I can get this freaking HADES Lieutenant. He's still laughing at me. So yeah, subscribe for this journey. Like the video to support channel. And again, check out the monitor in the description down below. Thanks again to BenQ, and goodbye.